Hello everyone, this is Ross with Market Traders Daily, and this is today's video analysis for November 27, 2019. Today we're looking at the USDCAD, the US dollar, versus the Canadian dollar for today's trade analysis. Looking here at the daily time frame, a couple of trends that we want to talk about. First is the rising trend. Let's talk about the blue trend line that's on the right hand side. That is the most recent mid longer term trend that we've been talking about here on the dollar CAD. Let's zoom it in one time. You can see that trend as we've pushed higher from down here right around the mid 1.3050 or so level, all the way up into the 1.3325 level, the orange shaded area up here at the top of the chart. So we've been rising for the past several weeks. Let's see, bottom of the chart, we're looking at October 29, so about a month now. We've seen this currency pair moving higher. Within the rising trend, we have these little periods of falling. We have these pullbacks, these retracements within the rising trend, these red lines that you see. And we are recently in one of those pullback periods where the market is pushed back down into the blue trend line and support near the 1.3260-65 level, the green shaded area. So if the market repeats the pattern, we're going to now look for support and the return higher and maybe a new high made here for the dollar CAD. Of course, the opposite could be true as well. It could break through the green zone, the blue trend line, and turn into a new downtrend. So we need to be aware of that. Of course, we don't know. We don't know which is going to happen. Will it turn around and go back up, or will it break through the green zone and continue to go lower? What we'll look for is clues and evidence to that and information that will give us higher confidence. We do have a good bit of US data on the calendar today. That could be part of the scenario that causes movement here. We know that crude oil inventories may have an impact here if it's significant in its deviation as well today. So a couple of pieces of news today that will potentially have impact here on the dollar CAD. But as it stands now, if we just look at the trend itself, I would say we're looking for support right around the 1.3260-65 level, the bottom of the green zone, and the potential of a return of the longer term blue trend here for the dollar CAD. And all of that changes on a push through there. Well, when we talk about our three different trading scenarios, should we sell it, should we buy it, or not trade it? I think selling right now becomes a difficult scenario given the trend pattern. I think selling into the 3265 level becomes difficult. You might have an opportunity if it breaks that level, gets underneath 3265, then you would potentially look for it back down to the yellow zone. So until it breaks 3265 in the green zone and the blue trend line, I don't really intend on selling it here. I may look for opportunities to go long though. 4 hour time frame, here it is, settled back down here into the green zone again. We already know that historically this has been support and resistance. Look back here, the first red line over here on the left hand side, that's where it found resistance and reversal to go back down. Recently we have seen some support into this area as well. So again, difficult place to go short as long as it's within and above that green zone and 3265. And I picked 65 because of this support and the historical resistance back here as the main area to focus our attention on. Above it may turn higher, below it would definitely look for it to go lower. Again, lower underneath 3265, you're looking for it back down into the 40s and 30s. The yellow shaded area above it, we could target the last resistance zone, the purple zone, but even a new high back to the orange zone might be interesting as well if the pattern of the longer term blue trend line continues to go forward. Your risk is pretty simple. Selling's difficult because we're on top of that 3265 level. The only real reason, again, I think to sell is that we see a candle body get underneath that green shade area. If we get a candle body under the green zone, that will give me more confidence to be short here on the dollar CAD. Until that happens, I'm looking for some infusion of buying orders, some buying pressure here. Some good news for the US dollar. We'll send this back through the top of the green zone and push higher. Some poor news for Canada. Maybe we get higher inventories of crude oil. Then that could see crude oil prices go down, which crude oil prices go down, dollar CAD would go up. And so that's something that we'll watch as the day goes on as well. So watching for bullish price action. Stop loss if you decide to go long is of course going to be underneath the green zone. That way if it does break, You can limit the impact to your trading account. I would say right now, my stop loss for being short, if you were going to continue to do that, would probably be above the purple shaded area. But that's higher risk right now. So if you're long, into the green zone, target the purple zone, orange zone on the way up. We'll look for some positive data for the U.S. And maybe some negative information for Canada to be the cause of this potential bounce and rise for the dollar CAD today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.